No, he was just up there.
Well, this is day 3 of our motivational marathon of weight loss. Charles D'Angelo is the coach and Rex Beckman is the client. And take a look at this before picture of Rex. He's lost a total of 80 pounds. Look at him now. Wow, that's fantastic.
Excellent.
Yes.
4 months, 80 pounds.
You know what's so amazing? Well, first of all, Rex, how do you feel?
I feel great, and my health has improved. I was on 3 blood pressure medicines, and now I'm on none. I was on Lipitor. I'm not on that anymore. My cholesterol was 269. Now it's 179.
You look so different.
Thank you.
You have to feel extremely different.
I do.
Have people seen you and not recognized you, or just had to do a double take?
I've had people. My own doctor said, I didn't recognize you at first. So.
Isn't that great to go to the doctor and have your doctor say, "Hey, you've done a great job"? I mean, usually, they're not
Most people
applauding
dread it.
anything you're doing, right?
Right.
People dread it.
Has it been a difficult transition, or now that you're in it, do you think you would ever go back to that?
Oh, yeah. I could very easily go back to that. Those demons are still there. And those tendencies are still there that have to be dealt with all the time.
And that's an honest answer, because
Definitely.
Once you have spent a lot of time overeating, overindulging, or having a relationship that's not quite healthy with food, it's way easy to go back there.
It's conditioning. And Rex, being a roofer, having to go up and down ladders, in the summer, on black roofs or white roofs, all the heat reflecting on him. In fact, his boss, Michael Steinberg, here in St. Louis, people probably know him. He's the gentleman that introduced you to the idea of getting in shape, wasn't it?
Right. He's the one that told me about you, and told me, encouraged me.
You want to say how he did that?
Well, he's very straightforward. He's a very straightforward man, and with a very big heart. And let's say he encouraged me.
And you must be thankful now.
Oh yeah.
When you first went, did you say, "Gosh, I don't know if I'll be able to do this," or did you take it step by step?
No, he hit me at the tipping point in my life.
Oh, okay.
So many things had come together. I really believe it was a God thing that because I had been praying about it, because I knew it wasn't pleasing to God to be overweight or to be a glutton, which I was, and there were so many. I even had a list of all the things where my life was being affected.
Which is something people can do to really motivate themselves. Come up with reasons to change.
Right. So, when you talk about addiction, and maybe you were a food addict, because
I was.
they say with alcohol, it's not what you drink, but how it affects your life. And so for you to look at that and to analyze exactly what was happening in your life because of food, that's a harsh reality for you.
It was. I mean, I was very disappointed in myself. It affects your self-esteem. It affects every part of your life, And I was at the end of my rope,
Mm-hmm.
And
You have a 14-year-old son.
Oh, I bet your son is thrilled.
yeah, and I want to see him grow up. I want to see my grandkids grow up. I was a heart attack or a stroke waiting to happen.
Right, and now you're off all of your medicines after being on 3 blood pressure medicines. Now that must make you as a coach feel great.
It makes me feel so ecstatic, because not only is it good for Rex, but the whole reason we're doing this week, Christine, you and I decided to do this, was to show people that come up with lots of reasons of why they can't do something, because they're on medications, or because they're a certain age, or because of whatever, to show, look, here's a guy that's almost 60 years old, okay, works his tail off every day.
Did you have to put it that way?
He's on medication, and he's off of everything, not because of Charles, okay, I appreciate that he attributes it to my program, but in fact, he's eating good foods, he's eating consistently throughout the day at certain times, all planned, and he's taking control of his habits. His habits were controlling his health. Now he's decided to take back control of his health from his habits.
Right, and finally, Rex, did it make it easier because Charles had been there and you understood that he understood what it was you were dealing with?
Yeah, because part of the deal is you're ashamed of yourself. Mm-hmm. And, if you go to somebody that's never had a weight problem, it's like, how do you know how I feel,
Right. Okay.
And he having lost that weight like he did, it was encouraging.
All right, well, congratulations to you. And tomorrow,
Thank you.
who will we meet?
Tomorrow we have a woman named Donna Worth. She works at Essex Industries here in St. Louis. She's lost 82 pounds so far. So
Okay, well, we'll introduce you to Donna tomorrow as we continue our Motivation Marathon Week. You can go to kplar11.com and click on the noon page to learn more about Charles, and you can also ask him a question there. Well,